Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Coghlans Emergency Tinder Kit. Now this is going to be a really nice way of giving you guys just a little bit of tinder here on the sides with these little white puffs, and of course a little flint striker right here in the middle. So it's going to come in this decent little case here. Before we get too further, I want to go ahead and just give these dimensions right away so I don't have to load it all back up. As you guys can see here, that's going to be putting us, maybe that's a little better, right there at almost 3 inches, about 2 3/4 of an inch, maybe exceeding that just a little bit. I just go ahead and call it 3, make it easier on ourselves. For our height that we have 2, we are putting ourselves right at 2 3/4 of an inch there. Sorry guys, my ruler does not want to cooperate. There we go. So really not too much height being added on here, and for that width as well, going to be under an inch there, just over that half. So really not too crazy, of course. This could almost fit in a pocket somewhere. Really not going to take up almost any room at all, no matter where we put it. We're just going to have a little clasp here at the bottom. That's going to open up and allow ourselves to open up our striker plate here, gain access to that guy. We don't really need to keep this guy too much longer, probably. I'd probably just take it out and then have my guy sitting in here. Now, what's good about this, we do have our flint right here at the top. It is kind of embedded on the inside there. Not too much flint, if you're asking me. It's a decent amount. Now, you guys can always replace these by buying more flint somewhere, but it's always kind of a pain to do so. Then you have to pop it up, and you're gluing it in, and it's kind of a mess. So not too much flint in there, I will say. Now, is it going to do the job? 100%, right? All we have to do, take out our striker here. It's going to have a little screw set on it. And that's going to allow me to take this guy, but it's just in that next to my tinder and strike down, creating sparks, and hopefully getting that fire started in no time. So you also are going to have these little tinder balls with you as well. Basically what you do with them, press them down into a flat quarter size, and then you're ripping them apart. And what that ends up doing is actually exposing those fibers, right? As they try to cling to each other, and the slower and the more fibrous we make it, the better chance our flames are going to have, or those sparks of catching and actually starting to flame up and getting us some nice little fire going. So I really like those guys. They seem pretty well situated to be used almost any point that we need them. Again, like that my striker can go ahead and actually get screwed back in place. That way we don't just have our flint block and no striker and we're sitting there trying to find a knife or something to make it work. Like that I can go ahead, make sure that's nice and secure, bring it right back into my kit, and that way it's ready to go no matter when I might need it. Now, one thing I might say to this as well, because you can see not too much tinder in here. If you guys are wanting a little bit, there is going to be another pack you could purchase as well here at etrailer.com. That way, you always have the tinder you need. You could probably fit 2 more tinder blocks in here as well if you were squeezing it. So that might not be a little bad idea. That way we always have tinder no matter where we're going. But yeah, nothing too crazy with these guys. I mean, I like that we're having that ability to go ahead and have a fire no matter where we are. You know, you never know, especially if you're backpacking somewhere and you're spending a lot of time away from civilization, or we just, we sprained an ankle, something, we're out in the woods too long. Nice that we can go ahead, prevent exposure from ourselves, make sure we have a little fire. That way, of course, we could always just do a little s'more or stuff. It's not always an emergency, but nice that we do have it just in case. You never know when those situations may arise. Otherwise, though, guys, I think that about does it for our look here today at the Coghlans Emergency Tinder Kit and Flint Striker here at etrailer.com. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.